This is part 4 of the demonstration. On this layer, what I'm going to do is try to refine things a bit further and enhance the darks. I've taken it as far as I can with a single layer of charcoal and I sprayed it. When I sprayed it, I laid the drawing on the ground. You want to do this so that the charcoal won't get puddled up in the spray and run. And so I took the spray and I moved it across the surface of the drawing in parallel rows like this. I let it dry. I didn't sop the paper. And after that I let it dry. And after this, I did a second layer of spray. I went like this in vertical rows. And then I let that dry, and then I tapped the darkest areas. The darkest areas are the hardest to stick to the paper because the spray has to wet the heavy layer of charcoal all the way through and make contact to the paper. So sometimes after you spray it, you have to go a little bit more, put another layer of spray on some of the darker areas. So after you sprayed it and it's on there pretty well, it's not going to come off on your finger. What you can do is add a second layer of charcoal in some areas. So if you want to enhance things up, do just something subtle, you can do that with just another layer of the vine charcoal. So say if I want to get a slightly darker area right through here, I can put that on. I can work it with my stump. I can make that area just a little bit darker. I can make the eyes maybe just a little bit darker. The background could go a little stronger. I could get a bit of a transition right through here. So when you do the second layer, it sticks on very easily. The first layer you might have some trouble getting it to go dark in an area. If you find yourself grinding the charcoal in an area and it just won't go dark enough, don't try, keep trying, spray it and put a second layer on. So I can get the darks really strong. So I'm going to use the vine charcoal in areas where it should go stronger, but it doesn't have to be crazy dark. So for instance, this could go a little bit darker. And other areas though, I might want to get just a little bit stronger. And one way I could do that would be to use the charcoal pencil. So the charcoal pencil is kind of like the vine charcoal, but it's mixed with a waxy binder to make it into a pencil. With a charcoal pencil, once you put it on there, it doesn't want to come off. It's really hard to erase. The vine charcoal is nice because you can shift it around. You can make mistakes and fix them. With charcoal pencil, once you put it on, you've pretty much bought the ticket. When I put it on, I'm just going to put it on in light layers and work it in a little bit. I don't want to grind this into my paper, because if you do, it'll put a waxy slick on the paper that has a different texture than the rest of the drawing, and that spot's going to look like it's been patched on. So I'm using light pressure. I'm just adding in a little bit at a time. I'm not trying to nuke it. I'm not trying to go really hard. So this is good for fine edges too, so if I want to get this to be a little crisper too, I can use this. It's a little bit easier to do that than it is with the vine charcoal.